Okay, low budget audio. You know, you're going to hear that audio is almost king, and it can take you to a level above everyone else. Without decent audio, your product suffers. So, um, as I said in the last video, I have the uh, the H6, which is industry. I mean, it's nice. Um, Bit of overkill, actually, if you don't need multiple tracks. So I started out with the T3i and this. This is a Zoom H2, and it's old, so they have the newer ones, obviously. But this is what recorded all the audio to Rescue Plastic Girl. I mean, this is what we would set up. We would have the stage would be a drums in the middle, and I would have two the Somatone amplifiers on each side, which I would control with a button. And this would be on a stand, and we would find the sweet spot in the room. We would record the audio musically in a studio somewhere, live, room sounds, left, right. I mean, it was stereo. That was it. There was no single tracks, and that's what you hear. And it was nice. I mean, it was surprisingly better than we thought. So I still have to release that soundtrack because I think it's that good because I love live room sounds. But that's what I use for that whole project, and I still use it. I still use it for things like this. Um, if I was going to interview somebody, or if you needed to have a small unit to record, let's say two people talking, and you would hide this somewhere on a table in a tissue box or something, and it can record both sides. And you'd be surprised because you can't use in-camera audio. That's is ridiculous, and it sounds it, and everybody would know it. Even that you see a lot of people use Rode video mics on top of a cam or whatever. I don't even use a Rode. I have an Audio Technica, which I'm using in front of me. Um, I don't know what it is, 6550s. It was 100 and change. It was nothing. But on the mic, I mean, on the camera, it's okay if you're not autofocusing or anything like that because the motor, you can hear it. You'll hear it. So that doesn't work. So in a pinch, if you have to, or do what I'm doing, I have it still connected, but I have it off the camera and down. Or you use external. And the preamps are always much better than what's in the camera, unless you have a cinema rig, like a C series that has the XLR, and their preamps are pretty decent. But again, Zoom, the preamps are beautiful. They sound great. They even go all the way. They have the Zoom field recorders, more money. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about doing filming for nothing, and this is nothing. H2, I don't know what the new ones are, but I'm sure they're cheap, and it makes all the world of difference. And I'm using a lav mic. This is a Squid, which somebody recommended a while back, and I think this was $40 or $50. Great sounding lav mic. It's wired, of course, not wireless, um, but that's a great sounding mic. With this unit, if you have people, you don't need the mic. You just use these mics. Sounds great. Um, and that's a decent little setup. You have a little bit of an external audio. You have your budget cam and go to town. And it's worked out very well for me. I really have nothing else to say. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. And this is Brian Vadim at Refuse to Walk the Line inside of Studio 7 Cinema and Sound. And we'll see you again.